This month, we stick with the fiery theme of the previous update. We have a brand new Telltale that has us exploring a hostile lair. We've got 2 new weapons in the form of the chain shot and the versatile blunderbomb, some unique content for Pirate Legends, and a few quality of life improvements in the 3rd update of the year called Hearth of Fire. But does this update deliver, or is it more a pile of smoldering ashes? No, it's awesome, for the most part. And please consider subscribing should you like this video. You won't miss out on future content like these reviews, and it's a great way to support the channel. So let's start at the very thing you see when you start the game, the new title screen, including some new music by Robin Meagland. And this might seem minor, but like I said before, it does put you in the mood for the current update, and that's something I really like. Before the anniversary update last year, they changed them more frequently, but if they do this every time a new Telltale comes out, I will be quite happy too. But let's dive into the proper changes this update offers. And let's start with the new Voyages. And if you cannot get them from Duke, it probably means you are not a Pirate Legend yet. Because that's correct, the new Voyages are exclusive to Pirate Legends. But you can still do them if any Pirate Legend drops one on your Voyage table. This so-called Athena's run does cost 50 doubloons and will set you on a quest on and around Thieves Haven, collecting some special Athena themed loot buried by the Pirate Lord. But probably buried by his associates since he's even too lazy to sell you this voyage himself. The new loot will also give you some Athena rep when turned in. And the new Mega Keg can even be encountered carried by skeletons during this voyage. So keep an eye out for that. The lore-given explanation to these voyages is that they are there to train the very best of pirates to respond to the return of Flameheart. Completing this voyage 5 times will unlock the legendary Treasure Seeker costume, and this is actually a new type of cosmetic. You can buy this in the Pirate Legend Tavern. It's a cool new cosmetic, and I hope we will get more of them in the future. There are also new commendations for turning in the brand new, reskinned loot. You can find those in your Athena reputation page. Completing the commendations will also unlock the final pieces of the Ghost Ship cosmetic set. Something we have been waiting for a long time. I don't have them unlocked yet, but they looked pretty cool in the trailer. Maybe a bit too glowy, but we will see. As a conclusion, I really like these new Voyages, but I am sure a lot of people will call this another rehash of content. And I do get that sentiment, but these Voyages will make sure the more competent players are huddled together in the same area, which means more PvP opportunities that hopefully result in some good loot for the victor. This was certainly the case when me and my crew were on this voyage, and I can't wait to do more of these Voyages. In this update, we also get a new cannonball type, something that leaked last month during the last update, and I am talking about the so-called chain shot. It's basically 2 halves of a cannonball with a chain in between. And if you think this is great for taking out masts, you are absolutely right. One direct hit with a chain shot and you can completely cripple a mast, wheel, or even a capstan. They still do damage to the hull, but significantly less. The range is also a bit shorter compared to regular cannonballs. This is probably done to balance the risk versus reward a bit more. Naval combat is one of my favorite aspects of the game, and I personally really like the fact that we get more options. In the encounters we had so far, they were pretty fun to use.
Not so great for the other person, but that's Sea of Thieves.
But like always with these kinds of additions, I need to play a bit more to really form an opinion about it. Another weapon that will surely see a variety of strategical use is the blunderbomb. It's like a blunderbuss in a bottle and is throwable just like the firebomb. Throwing it causes a small explosion with knockback to all players or skellies. The closer it lands to its target, the more damage it does. It's a great tool to get pesky borders off your ladders, but also to use against people watching ladders if you are the one doing the boarding. The blunderbomb can also be launched from the cannons to cause knockback and damage to other pirates, but the bomb does not damage ships. The best part about the blunderbomb is that friendly fire is on, which means you can even use it to annoy your own crew. Just be careful, it can damage you if you don't watch out, so some practice is definitely advised. Like the chain shot, it is another addition that needs some time to really understand its potential and plays in PvP encounters. Since a direct hit only seems to do 50 damage, it's not that great for attacking, but more for situational tactics. I feel like I'm going to have some great moments using this weapon, but I also expect to get annoyed by it at least a few times when it gets used against me. But hey, that's just the nature of this game. Something to note is that players are only able to carry 5 bombs in total. This includes firebombs, so you can, for example, carry 2 firebombs and 3 blunderbombs, but no more. This may seem self-explanatory, but I thought I'd mention it anyways. You'd almost forget about the main course, which is of course the new Tall Tale. You start Tall Tale at the Charred Parrot Tavern on Morrow's Peak Outpost. I don't do spoilers in my update reviews, but safe to say I'm really happy with this Tall Tale. The lair in which this Tall Tale mostly takes place is beautifully designed and the team truly did a wonderful job with this one. Music, design, audio, particle effects and some great voice acting all blend together to make this Tall Tale truly memorable. There are some cool and original looking traps to worry about, and the Tall Tale connects some of the dots of the story so far, including the Shores of Gold and the Forsaken Shores, but also adds some newer mysteries. We see reoccurring characters like Arthur Pendragon, which I really like since he's an old rare veteran, and we find out more about Stitcher Jim. And fun fact, the voice actor of Stitcher Jim also appears in the Witcher series on Netflix. He is the guy controlling the horse and cart in the last episode of the first season, so check that out if you are curious. And just like the Seabound Soul, this Tall Tale is pretty straightforward. There are still some items you need to carry, but nothing too crazy to worry about. And also just like the Seabound Soul, you only need to complete this Tall Tale 3 times for the associated commendation, which is a perfect number because there's a point where this adventure splits in 3 routes. And of course you want to experience each of those options. And you can, making each time you experience this Tall Tale slightly different, which is great. Completing all the commendations will reward you with the Ashen Dragon Hull and a brand new curse. The hull is the final piece towards completing the entire ship set and looks pretty sick. And the curse is quite awesome as well. And if you do want to hear us talk about spoilers, feel free to listen to our unofficial Sea of Thieves podcast, which you can also find on this channel. So, now let's have a look at the Pirate Emporium, since some interesting stuff can be found there. Sea of Thieves is celebrating their 2-year anniversary, and even though this celebration feels a bit smaller compared to last year, some items are now on sale, like the Crab Dab, much to the delight of my crew, but not mine. But I do think it's worth checking out the items that are on sale. There's even a new tab in the Emporium that puts them all conveniently together. All these discounts are of course time limited. They also added the Rebus Mock sales to celebrate their anniversary. They look alright, but I don't like the fact that it feels like somebody pressed copy-paste when you apply them to the galleon. And to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, you can also buy the Shamrock Tankard. Both these items are also time limited. We've got some fruity new weapons, and even the pets are not neglected since you can also buy some crunch outfits for them as well. And we have 2 new emote bundles. The Merchant Alliance bundle is nothing special but worthy enough to check out, and we also have the Lost Pirates emote bundle, which is of course a reference to the Lost Boys from the movie Hook. A movie I really liked as a kid, but I'm not sure if it still holds up today. I do think it's a really cool addition to the Emporium, so check it out. And we have a new heritage ship cosmetic. It's called the Royal Squirrel Ship. And I've said this about multiple ships before, but this one is my absolute favorite. I love it so much that I bought it straight away, so no more asking my crewmates to put on the new cosmetics. This ship is of course based on Conker's Bad Fur Day, one of my favorite games for the Nintendo 64. It's also a game that I occasionally replay from time to time. It blends a wide range of different gameplay styles together with a nice dose of adult humor.
Come down here, I'll show him what the duct tape is, I'll show him what the stuff is. Stupid. All I do all day is trying to sort his stupid problems out of the asshole. Leave it.
Not every joke still holds up, but a lot of them still put a smile on my face. It's a fun game packed with content. The only thing this game doesn't have is a sequel. Hint. The ship itself is perfect. I really like the color scheme of the blue, red and shiny gold. And the cannons have this little crown for the fuse, which is a nice touch. And the acorn on the flag might be a reference to either 12 Tales or the Game Boy Color game Conker's Pocket Tales. A lesser known game, but certainly not a bad one. And even the capstan is shaped like an acorn. The special figurehead also adds some more movement to the croc, and I will certainly use this ship cosmetic whenever I'm having a bad day. Get it? Bad day, since it's Conker's Bad Fur Day? Yeah, not all jokes are great on this channel. And finally, let's discuss some of the other changes this update brings to the seas. When attacking with the cutlass, you are no longer able to hit players who are not within your line of sight. This is done to prevent players slashing through walls, which removes some tactic, but it is an understandable change. Completing a tall tale will now reward players with 8,000 gold instead of 3,000. This is nice, since I always felt the gold reward was a bit on the low side. The regular forts are active again, and I never got behind the idea of just having one active, so I'm quite pleased they are back. Ammo crates are now sellable, which is nice, and I hope we see something similar happening to storage crates in the future. Chests of Rage have become a random piece of loot similar to the other cursed chests. But if you still need accommodations regarding this chest, you can get a guaranteed chest if you finish the Molten Sands Fortress whenever it becomes active. Each ship now starts with 2 blunderbombs, 2 firebombs and 2 chain shots in each barrel, regardless if you're playing in Arena or Adventure. And this is something that will hopefully make Arena a bit more balanced, so I really welcome this addition. In the black market, we can find the Ashen Dragon Lantern and a bunch of instruments for the Aristocrat, Deep Ocean Crawler and Nightshine Parrot sets. And it seems that normal skeleton fleets have also returned to the game. So, is this update a good one? Yes. Yes it is. This update is a bit more catered to Pirate Legends, thanks to the new Voyage type, with some rewards Legends have been asking for. This is really nice. And even though the chain shot was probably supposed to launch last month, we can hardly complain about getting 2 new weapons to play with in one update. And we finally get a continuation of the story that started with the Seabound Soul, and it's a great one. Granted, I did wish and even expected this to happen a bit sooner, but I'm quite happy with the result. It was worth the wait. But I do hope we don't have to wait that long to get the next tall tale. The only thing I find strange is that this update is meant as their 2nd year anniversary, and apart from some minor stuff in the Emporium, it doesn't really feel like an anniversary update to me. Last year they showered us with presents, but this year it's just some sales, and we even need to buy them if we want them. So I'm not that pleased with that, but maybe we'll get something later this month. Some type of present would be nice. Apart from that, I think this is a truly great update, and I am hyped to see more. So, if you like this video, please consider subscribing or just leaving a like. Stuff like that really helps out the channel, so I would greatly appreciate that. You can expect me to make an update review every time a new update comes out. And there's also a bunch of other content on the channel, so you always have something to watch or listen to. For now, I just want to thank you for watching till the end, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care. They still do damage to the hull, but significantly, they still do damage to the hull, but less.